I don't know where I am. Well, I'm like at 0, 0.
You're in the middle of an acacia forest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, close to it. I'm kind of in a cave, but I'm digging out. I got my
Oh
dirt.
yeah. You're in the crevasse.
The crevasse.
The crevasse. Oh yeah. Essentials is a mod that pretty much it's pretty much exactly LAN connection like they would have on console versions of Minecraft. So you
That's
don't need
cool.
to have a realm. You don't need to have a subscription. Anything. It's just
But it's just for 2 people.
yeah, yeah. And
Oh,
once I
hi.
leave the world, then it kicks you out. Hello. Yes,
Hello.
sir. All right, follow me.
You got an arrow in you. I didn't know if you knew that.
That's okay. Those are normal.
'Tis but a scratch.
Just ignore them all. We'll leave you alone eventually.
Hmm. I
How
feel
have
like
you
all the
been?
spiders are moving faster than they normally move. I've been good, by the way.
That's good. I mean, everything should be vanilla. I have some tweak mods that just just quality of life updates, but nothing major to edit the game. I wanted to play mostly vanilla so I could explore all the parts of the game that I've kind of neglected. I'm a pretty stubborn Minecraft player. I have one way of playing, and then I usually don't deviate from that. So I want to try and learn a lot more.
I'm pretty much the same. Yeah, I've been really hesitant to play on like the Copper Golem update. That's been a lot. But
Yeah.
I have a Copper Golem now, so he's a cute
Oh,
little
wow.
guy. He organizes things for me.
Yeah, I don't think this is that version of the game, but I would like to learn it. I've noticed as soon as a new update for the game releases, like a major update, I just don't play it because there's just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like you have to
Oh, your
constantly
house
be
looks nice
learning.
though.
Thank
I
you.
like the lanterns. It's a nice touch.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I've been trying the street lamp concept, and this just looks ugly and bubbly, so I'm gonna figure something else out probably with glowstone. I got a little farm over here.
Nice.
We got Hyun's house that he built.
Oh, that's
It's
beautiful.
very small. If you need to sleep real quick, then there's a bed in there for you.
I wouldn't want to intrude.
Gotcha. Over here we have my friend's Thom's house. It's just a cube of wood with nothing much inside, and that's
Beautiful.
it. No, not even
Cinema.
light.
And the jack-o'-lanterns in the corner.
Oh
Important,
yeah.
important touch.
And then we got the Netherrack hut by Pie Man, as well as his little parkour course.
Nice.
So yeah, you pretty much just build whatever the heck you want. Oh, and we got Loonsar's.
Whatever I want.
I hesitate to call it a home. Yeah, pretty much whatever you want. Yeah, okay. I'm surprised no one's done that before. You're
Had
now
to
the
be the first to do it.
You're the first. Congrats.
That's huge.
Wow. I'm gonna be making a lighthouse because sometimes I get lost when I go looking for people. And I need something to
Oh,
act as like a northern star for the base.
very nice.
Because I don't have any waypoint mods. I
A
usually
beacon
rely
of
on
hope.
waypoints. Yeah.
Oh,
Not
nice.
doing that anymore.
Look at you with. I'm so proud of you building stairs, so
Yeah,
you don't have to
thank
jump to get back
you.
up.
Yeah, I just need to get a lot of cobblestone for this build. So I'll probably be in here for, but damn it. Well, back up I go.
I'd like to think your pickaxe just breaks and you just slam your fist down on your desk. Recording ends.
Fuck.
I did not think
Episode's
this
over.
far. I didn't think we'd be mining more than
Again.
5 blocks today. Hey, it
Yeah.
happens.
Pie Man like came into his recording with already knowing exactly what he wanted to do, and he instantly started building the Netherrack hut and the parkour set, while everyone else just kind of figures it out. So whatever you want to do, you
Nice.
can do.
Okay. I like your organization looks very similar to mine in my hardcore world where I've never done the item frames before. I've always wanted to, so that's what I got going on.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that for a while.
It's still like it's such a headache for me to organize anything in my Minecraft worlds. It's always such a disaster.
How long have you been doing that world?
Well, it's like season 5, so every time I die, I just make a new one. So I'm like 4 streams into it. The farthest I've made it is the Ender Dragon fight, and I died to the Ender Dragon on season 1. So
Oh wow, I've never played hardcore, and I've never even battled the Ender Dragon solo.
Yeah, I've struggled to
It's a
kind of
lot.
stream consistently, so it's a challenge I'm giving myself to like let me try to do this. It might not be the same time every day, but just pick days to stream on and keep doing it every week.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, I
hard.
used
It's
to.
hard to keep it consistent if you got other things going on.
I used to have a schedule for streaming. I think
I'm gonna
well
go make
over
a
a year
pickaxe,
ago.
but I'm
Yeah, yeah.
listening.
Feel free to use any of my materials on my chest. It's all for grabs.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I used to have a schedule for streaming, but then I got super burnt out on it for a long time because I just was not having
Relatable.
any fun. So I kind of don't have a schedule for it anymore. But like, I don't know. I just stream whenever I want to. I know it's really infrequent. In some weeks, I'll be streaming a lot, and then some weeks I will stream like one day for like an hour. But I found it to be a lot better for me mentally. But do you have a schedule currently?
Um, I actually made it like this week, which is a tentatively like Monday, Thursday, and occasionally Saturday. Uh, you know, except for like if there's like Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna be live on Thanksgiving, but I'll like move it to Wednesday or something. But I try to hold myself accountable for 3 days a week, just because like I think a big part of like my basically just falling off of streaming has been like my audience not knowing when they need to watch me.
Yeah, I can see that. Hello.
Okay, I think I see the vision here.
Yeah, I don't really have a pattern this time. I usually have a pattern, but I'm just trying to do everything how I normally wouldn't do it.
What's the goal here? Well, we're at 29 on the Y.
I'm just trying to farm materials so I can build this lighthouse.
Nice.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay. I'm
But
gonna
you do
get
the
started on a house.
you do the Flipnote streams every Friday. No, Friday.
I do. I try to.
Do you ever try and do more production streams than that? Because that's like all that I do. I don't do any gaming streams. I just do
I
all
find other
production.
than like, well, like I like honestly the gaming streams are not for any specific like goal other than just like talking to people in chat and like keeping myself people keeping me company while I'm like working on something, usually Minecraft.
Yep.
Um, And then, other than the Flipnote streams, I honestly don't think I can get that much work done with like people spectating me doing it, other than the Flipnotes, because like normally that would take me like 45 minutes to an hour, probably off stream. But when I'm talking to people, it can be a little distracting. But I just think that's a just a fun thing to do. But like if I'm working on a big project, I don't think I'd ever stream it just because I wouldn't get anything done.
Hmm. I find myself part of the reason I wanted to do this series is to like it is thundering out there. Um, sorry, one of the reasons I wanted to do this was to improve my consistency and commentary skills. Because often when I do
There
my
you go.
production streams, I feel like I'm not engaging enough as a streamer. I don't like I read out messages, but like if people aren't responding in chat or anything like that, I just kind of go silent and just focus. And I know that's not really good and entertaining.
Yeah, it's kind of I mean, I definitely have the advantage of having streamed a little bit outside of like Flipnote like over the years, just on and off. If there's been a game I've wanted to maybe speed run or just play, I kind of just do it because I want to play the game and don't want to be like it be like boring and me just talking to myself the whole time.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I struggle a lot to like multitask doing that. It's mostly like even when I'm playing on my hardcore world, I'm like if I'm doing something important in the game, I have to tell my chat like guys, I gotta lock in for like 2 minutes. So if I don't read your message, it's because like I need to do this first and then I'll talk to you.
Yeah, like Garrett, I'm really jealous of Garrett. I think mostly he just bounces off of his chat. But like I don't have that level of chat activity. But I feel like even without it, he's really good at just commentating on his own.
Oh yeah, he is. He
He
is.
really
I've gotten a
has
lot better
good
at it,
skill.
I'd say. I think yesterday there's some days I end stream where I'm like I actually kind of cooked on this stream, like just being entertaining, I think.
Dude, I always feel exhausted after those streams, though. I don't have that like mental capacity.
Well, that was the thing. Like yesterday, I didn't feel exhausted after. Well, other than the fact that I ended at like midnight, I was just already
Oh
tired. But I
yeah,
didn't feel
yeah.
exhausted from like talking to people because it felt like I was just having a conversation with a friend or something the whole time. Sometimes I just get in a good mood about it. Like I wish I were in that mindset all the time, but sometimes I just kind of forget how to approach it, and then that's when I get burnt out.
Oh, interesting. I found a cave. This is
Cave
bad.
gaming?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you have a lot of
Um.
diamonds, so clearly you've been mining somewhere else.
Yeah, I usually just go to cave spelunking. Find something out there in the world. It's so easy to find diamonds now with the new updates.
Yeah. It's really easy to find coal and iron if you're playing on an amplified world, I found out.
Oh,
The
I haven't played on an
generation is like
amplified world in
really, really high.
years. Wow. I had a Minecraft server some time ago called Continental Abyss. Sick ass name, and the world
Oh,
generation
yeah.
it was really fucking cool. But what was I gonna say? It uses like shit. It uses plugin. Oh, what the hell? This zombie's got chainmail. Dang, you
Yeah.
tripped out. Holy crap! Well, time to die. But it used this plugin that just changed the world generation. It like really messed it up. So it was like you cut a loaf of bread. Like imagine you cut the world generation like a loaf of bread, and you can like jump into the void from the top of the world.
Oh,
It's
that's
very
interesting.
interesting. And I wish more people were interested in it, but I think I was like one of the only people who ever played it, which is a little disappointing. But anyway, that's kind of getting off topic. But I want to talk about your shorts. The last time that we talked about it was right in the last Dojo Cast that we did some time ago.
Oh, yeah.
But things have changed since then. You're not doing them
They
daily
have.
anymore.
I'm not. I'm doing them about every other day, like 3 times a week.
Have you? Okay, the main thing that I'm curious about is if you have experienced like a drop in viewership, or if that's impacted you at all. Because I know you've been wanting to do more story time related stuff.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's proportional to the lack of content that I have compared to daily. Like it probably dropped off like 25%, but it's still going very consistently. Like I expected a little bit of a dip, but it was mostly to give myself the free time to work on like bigger projects, like mostly just story time videos. I just made the decision at the end of like 2024 when I was like a couple months away from ending daily. I'm like, I'm gonna want something to do with this extra free time when I'm not animating, and
Yeah.
just decided to do story time. I don't know. It's definitely been done before, but I think everybody can have their kind of unique approach to the same genre and it be, fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do you usually let the numbers drive your content? Like if something does
Uh,
well, do you just try and do more of that, or do you try not to let it?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, yeah, to an extent. I do just try to. I mean, there's always going to be an element of like doing what works, but also like the way my channel got popular was like there was no strategy to it other than uploading daily and just making what I wanted to make. So I try to stay true to that first and foremost, I guess. But yeah, like I see that like even now I haven't been doing them for that long, but that the storytime videos are doing well. So I'm obviously gonna keep doing them. But
That's
like it's
good.
also something I want to do, so it's like the best of both worlds,
Hell
which
yeah.
is kind of hard to find a place in those crossroads where you're both content with what you're making, proud of what you're making, and it also is like viewed by a lot of people.
Dang. That's got to be a luxury though.
It is. It's still a lot of work. Like I actually have to make the thing still, which
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of these
yeah, of
projects
course.
I have no team. It's like a big undertaking, but I take my time with it. And especially like I'm making one on Gamblecore right now, which is an
Oh yeah.
exceptionally long video, and it's gonna have a big collab part that you actually entered.
I
And
did.
I'm still getting a couple late submissions from that, but Um, like stuff like that takes time, but I figured just not to rush it. I was kind of giving myself like I want to do one a month, but even that's like it just really depends on the week the length of the video, because like some of them are only going to be a couple minutes long, some are going to be 10 minutes long. It just depends on the vision I have for it.
Gotcha. When was the last one you did? How long has it been since you've done a story time one?
My last one was uploaded like October 10th, so it's been like
Oh.
6 weeks. So I figured that it is actually not that as long past my last one as I thought. I thought it'd be like 3 months before I got this out, but
Huh.
I've been kind of motivating myself to do it.
Oh, yeah, it's not really that bad. No, it's
Yeah.
been cool to see. I think you're a really good storyteller, surprisingly. From going from short
Oh,
form
thank
stuff
you.
that's like 10 seconds long every time, if at most usually. Um,
Yeah, it's definitely a thing I did to challenge myself too, because like writing jokes, it's like writing a bit that's like 10 seconds long versus like trying to write something that's like 10 minutes long. It's such a
oh
different
yeah.
thing in my head.
How has that transition been? Was that easier or harder than you expected?
Well, it's not exactly that I hadn't done long videos before outside of my animations. You know, I'd have kind of that, at least the video editing practice of like, I kind of went down that gaming video essay route a little bit. And I even
Mm-hmm.
did a Minecraft video, which was kind of a nod to like my fans that have been following me before Raxd Flipnote, because that's what I wanted to do my last couple years of YouTube before Raxd Flipnote took off. So it's nice to kind of come back and incorporate that into, like, even if those videos don't do that well, kind of having elements of that in there. But like I'm used to the editing side of it. It's just that like having custom animated things is not a thing I was used to before. So like that's
Mm-hmm.
the only kind of uh thing I'm kind of adopting into it, I guess. Like I'm a little
Nice.
slower with working with like a sprite even now, because it's just not something I haven't done that long, right? It's gonna take me longer.
Yeah. Your style of editing is also interesting. Watching you edit it, because usually for storytime animators, they do the whole thing in like Animator or their animation software, but you do most of it in, what is it, Sony Vegas, or do you use something else?
Sony Vegas and Sprite. I am a firm
Yeah.
believer that your art program doesn't matter as long as you have like a concrete vision of what you want to make. It's honestly like basically my like overhead 30,000 foot view of like my processes. I make them in Sprite. I usually have a transparent background, and they're rendered out as GIFs at like 20 FPS, and then I bring them into my video editor. And what I have is I keep the animation itself at 20 FPS, but when I move the sprites around, they're moving at 60 FPS. So there's this
It's like
really
Game of
weird
Thrones
like
rules.
desync in the. Yeah, it's kind of like, I just like that you can just make up your own rules like that. Like that's it's not something I originally intended to do, but it was actually more of an issue with Sprite. Like rendering GIFs in milliseconds per frame, and you can't really break down 60 FPS into milliseconds. That's like a whole number, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So that's just what I ended up doing. It was just easier to make it 20 FPS, and that's about the frame rate of my flip notes. So aesthetically, it looks pretty similar, but it's just fun to like figure out. Like I just made that stuff up. Like it's like an obligatory rule that I just do it the way I do it, and I could change that at any time. That's like the real fun in it. Kind of finding my own style that works for me. It doesn't even
Oh.
have to be like conventional, right? Like Flipnote
Mm-hmm.
on its own is like kind of an unconventional animation style, but doing
Oh
my
yeah.
whole workflow like that is like really fun, honestly. I don't even care if it's like efficient. If it's just fun to do, then it's fun to do.
It's a good mindset to have on it, honestly. Oh, you're doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. Gonna smelt some cobble.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna load more into there.
Oh, is my stuff
Give you
still in
some.
there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move that in a sec.
Okay. Do you ever do you have like just a list of ideas on things you want to talk about for those videos, or do you kind of just play by ear?
Yes and no. I have a list of like, basically I have the Google Sheets, right? Like we love that workflow of like having a little cloud-based thing. I can edit it on my phone if I get a random idea.
Oh
But
wow.
it's like the ones that are closer on like to my last video, I try to prioritize them in a rank of like this is absolutely a video I want to make, and then it as you trickle down the list, it's like I kind of just have like an idea of like the general story, but not any details. And then it might be like if I get a random idea, I'll just kind of like bump it up in the list. Like my ADHD fixations video just kind of came to me one day. I'm like, huh, that would be a interesting thing to talk about, and there's really no rules to it. Um, but I do like if we're talking about concrete ideas that are like I'm starting, like ready to start whenever. I probably got three at any given time. I try to have like the next three, not even scripted, but like I know exactly what the video is going to be about.
Gotcha.
So that's nice.
That's nice. That's nice. Pardon me. How long have you been playing Minecraft?
Ooh, since 2013 on Xbox, and then I got Java Edition March 2014. I remember checking my account recently. So it's been 11 and a half years.
Wow.
If we're talking just on PC.
Oh man, I haven't even thought about it myself. God, because I think the first time I played Minecraft was in Pocket Edition. Before
Yeah.
it was like back when it was like bare bones Minecraft, because you really couldn't do a lot on those devices at the time.
No, yeah, you couldn't.
But there was something to the simplicity, man. And then I got I think the Xbox version after that, and then PC came after when I actually got my own PC.
Nice.
I don't remember when that was, but I've been playing it a little bit.
Yeah, I miss the Xbox 360 days. It was so I remember the color palette in like the game was like off. It was like very milky looking, like the
Mm.
brightness and contrast weren't set exactly right. Maybe that was just a thing with our Xbox, but I feel like looking back at any gameplay from that era, like anyone's videos, the way the game looked was just different.
Yeah, I feel
I
like you
think
can just
that,
instantly tell if it's Xbox or not. It does have a look
yeah,
to it.
it had a weird vibe, but I liked it.
I'll make a
Yeah, me and
circle
my
of like
brother had a
squares.
pixel art world going for a while. My brother actually had a very shortly lived streaming arc of like a month where, you know how the PS4 had a built-in streaming feature? He would do a stream on his PS4, streaming his Minecraft pixel art world, and just take suggestions from people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was the
I know
whole
you could
vibe.
do that. Well, I've only ever had a PS1. Um, sorry, I'm mathing right now.
The math is mathing.
Math is mathing. My brain's braining.
I'm
Oh
pretty
man.
proud of this little humble hut I have here.
Yeah, I saw you working on it. I can see it in the distance.
It's coming
How
together.
cute. How quaint. How long have you been streaming then?
Like on Raxd Flipnote, or I feel like you
Or
asked
just in
that earlier.
general? Well,
Um,
I think I asked how long your hardcore world has been going.
oh yeah.
But this is just streams.
So Raxy Flipnote, I started streaming April 2024, and then before then, I think my absolute, if we're talking first stream ever, like I just got OBS, figured out how to do that, was like 2014, and I did it was something on Hypixel. I think it was like Paintball Warfare or something.
Oh
Um,
man, yeah.
yeah, and I played that to like no success at all. I think I had 6 followers. I remember like the first time I got a follower, like from my stream, and I thought it was insane that just a random person found me on the internet. Um, but like I feel like there were like random, sparsely separated moments in time where I would do streaming, and then I actually like started streaming like regularly. Summer of 2018, I played Mario Kart Wii um, on stream through an emulator like on Dolphin, and that was really cool. Um, and that was also kind of shortly lived. Um,
Dang.
and then it's just been very on and off. Like I had this big push over COVID, like right when the pandemic started, like maybe right before in like January 2020. I wanted to stream like very regularly, and for a while I did. I had like, I remember being super excited when I hit 20 subscribers on Twitch, but that was like the farthest it got. And then it started trailing off, and like right when my viewership
Oh.
dipped, I got really burnt out on it. So it was like a 2 month phase. But for a while there, I was streaming daily, and then basically since then there was like a 4 year gap where I kind of stopped for a while. I did have a 2022 hardcore world and a 2023 hardcore world, and since then I've Minecraft hardcore is like the thing I think I want to stream primarily. I did a lot of Mario Kart stuff on Raxd Flipnote too, but I like having a series to just come back to that's like really easy to pick up where you left off. Kind of like this. You get it.
Oh yeah. No, this has been very nice. But I wish I didn't have to record every time. But I want people to see the progress as every episode goes. I want
Yeah,
to
I think
jump
you'll
in
be glad you
progress.
did it.
Yeah. It also helps me not become addicted to the game again and then spend several hours every single day in the same world. Dang it. Oh.
I like the little subtle reverb and ambience on all these sounds.
Oh yeah, that's another one of the mods I added. It just kind of adds realistic sound depth to the world. It just immerses you more. Like, it's nice.
Very cool. It is very nice.
Do you ever feel like, ever since you've stopped uploading daily, like you've reached your peak?
Uh, maybe sometimes, but if I still have like, considering I'm going into a new format of things, and like my last two videos have gotten about 200,000 views each. That is like, I feel like an insane thing considering I'm like going against the grain right now. At the risk of losing a lot of, regular viewers, I'm just like, I'm just shooting for the stars and going for like a format I've wanted to do for a really long time.
So you don't really
Um,
care if,
I don't really care as
viewership
far as
changes.
like if we're talking peak of my channel, there's a long way I can go down before I'm like legitimately concerned about like, oh, this might not be my job anymore. I got
I
some
guess
time to like innovate and like think about what I really want to do, I guess.
I guess that's something I didn't think about a lot. It's just how big you are.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say that to be like a boastful thing or anything, but I have been very fortunate that like YouTube Shorts have been known not to pay well, so the fact that like I'm
Oh yeah.
okay just off of the revenue I get from that, I'm very grateful. Um, and that being said, like when I'm introducing this other like kind of format of stuff, even if that doesn't do relatively that well, it's still like helping me, I guess. So, and it's something I want to be doing at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, I mean, if we're talking about, I'll probably never have a hit as big as Gamblecore, but that's not like a sad thing to say because Gamblecore was like, you can't really predict something going that viral like ever. Like that is like
Oh
a
yeah. No, that was
mind-bogglingly.
another level.
Also, I implore you to come look at the sign on my house.
Okay, let me kill some
It's pretty good. It's
round
pretty
real
good.
quick, and I'll
If
come
it
look.
gets a laugh out of you, I've succeeded. That's my goal.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to
And yeah, I
laugh.
want you to read it out loud when you see the sign too.
Cool. We'll try not to laugh, and if I don't laugh, then the recording's over.
Okay.
It's just done.
It's just over. The whole series.
So much on the line.
My goodness.
Yeah, let's see. Raxd Flipnote's awesome sauce floss like a boss YouTuber house.
That's a
Okay,
laugh. That's a laugh.
that does count as a laugh.
We saved it. Here, take a fish. Thanks for laughing.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Oh, even cooked for me. Wow.
Yeah.
Kind. How generous.
All right. Well, that's done. Now I can go mine. I'm gonna follow you around for the rest of the video. I
Awesome.
didn't want to break off for too long, you know.
No, you're fine. I'm just building the foundation for my lighthouse right now.
Nice. Do you need glass? I have 11 glass.
Not right now. I'm gonna build the walls first. Usually what I do when I build a house is I build the walls completely, and then I just break holes into the walls where I want glass after.
Nice.
Good salmon, thank you, sir.
Of course.
Oh,
Only
man.
the finest.
How many collabs do you do? I know you've done some with Garrett. Have you done much with others?
I'm trying to think of like maybe the most recent one. I guess the most recent one would be the Loft Studios video, which I assume you saw. That was
I
like
saw a little bit of
October.
it, yeah.
That was in Halloween. I used to be better about striving to like do more collabs. It's not a thing where there's like any specific quota of like amount that I do, but in my experience so far, like especially since the summer of 2024, I think just with the size of my channel, it's not hard to like reach out to somebody and then just know I'm not gonna get ignored. Like I usually will at least get a response or like even if they're not up to it, they'll like tell me, which is
Mm-hmm.
nice. Even if somebody doesn't want to, do a collab, I'd rather them just tell me no than like ghost me. But I don't know. I do probably at least one a month. But like I said, like I could definitely strive to do more. I think I probably could.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, is that something that you do want? Because I'm just the collab guy. I'm
Yeah,
always thinking
I
about
mean
that.
definitely. I like, since it's good I'm talking to you. The Brumbus versus Landlord thing was probably one of the most fun collabs I've done.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome. Hell yeah.
And also, not to mention, I forgot to say, like literally, the one I'm working on right now is like a bit for my video, and that's like one of the biggest collabs I think I've done in general, like on my channel, because it's for such a big video. But like stuff like I did, like just having it doesn't even have to be that much, just like a few talented animators coming together to make something really cool, especially for like my style not being that fluid. When there's like any switch up to the animation, my audience is like, "Oh my God," it's like insane.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing Brumbus versus Landlord, like watching the chat as that premiered live, and everyone was like, "This is insane! This is the cool," and just it brought a smile to
Yeah.
my face to be like, "Man, somebody did not even know what they were going into," and it just like everyone cooked on that animation.
Oh
It's
hell yeah.
really
No,
cool.
I was
That's
so
what it's
happy
all about.
that you reached out to have us do that. It was really fun.
Yeah,
It's not often I get to do the Flipnote style, but
right. I wanted to do one of those. It was what would have been this month back in like summer. I was planning, but I meant to like reach out to you guys, and then I just didn't have the problem was having an idea for it. Like I didn't really have an excuse to like it to what context would like the collab be for, I guess.
hmm.
But I'm 100% down to do another one because it was really fun.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna go
yeah,
harvest your
maybe
sugar cane for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll actually make a enchanting area with all that, but
Did you make one yet?
I'm in an enchanting table. I just have yet to actually place it and do things with it.
Dude, maybe that's what I could work on for you, dude.
Hey, if you want, hell yeah.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't do anything. Maybe I'll just sit here and
Okay.
rot.
Or yeah, maybe you can just rot. I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about anything.
Okay. Yeah.
I care about me, myself, and I. I think that's good.
I didn't realize you were so stacked, dude. Where did you get 21 emeralds from? Do tell.
I don't remember. Probably loot.
You
I think it was
just,
loot. I think it was loot from shipwrecks.
hey, nothing wrong with a white boy with just a little bit of motion. That's what I always say.
Okay.
And you've got motion.
I guess I
A
got.
very
What does that
swift
even
motion.
mean?
You're moving with haste, my guy.
Oh, thank you. I've played the game for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think I've played this world for that long. I mean, you can literally count the number of hours I've played on it. It really isn't that long. This is only episode 7, I think.
Mmm. Ooh, very fitting. You got the lucky slot machine number 7.
Wow.
I see what
Oh
you did
yeah.
there. That was totally
Yeah.
planned, by the way, guys.
Yes,
Hatena told me
definitely
before the
planned.
recording, he's like, "Look, man, we gotta. There's a lot of pressure riding on this. This is episode 7. It's gotta be something good."
Technically, you were supposed to be episode 6, but then I had something I wanted to talk about in an episode.
But then there
alone,
was
so I
somebody
just did
way
that.
more important that was in front of you.
Yeah,
So,
me. I was the way more important one.
It was me, Barry.
It was always me. I have
Okay.
no idea what you're referencing.
The Flash.
Oh, I still don't know. I mean, I know the character. I have no idea what you're referencing. That's okay.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's no big deal.
Everything's
Don't even
okay. I
count.
just think you
So
suck.
yeah. Well, all right. I got some feelings about you too. So this just becomes a bit where we just hate each other more and more. We're just full on screaming
Yeah.
at each other by the end.
This is the recording where our friendship ends.
Yes.
Oh man.
Well, I would say it was good while it lasted, but you know, you stink. So
I would say it was good while it lasted, but I don't lie. So
yeah.
you just kind of stink, man. Really smelly.
Yeah. Smelly.
Yeah. I did want to thank you for taking me to Vid-con with you.
Oh yeah, dude.
'Cause if
No,
it
no problem.
wasn't for you offering in the first place, I probably would have never gone. Because traveling was so scary to me. But that was probably the single most life-changing experience in my life. And I'm so glad that
Dude,
I
I'm
went.
so glad. I honestly, my eyes were open after I went to AGDQ 2024 Pittsburgh. That was like, I was like, oh, conventions are like actually like rad. It's like something I want to do. And of course, that was right before Raxd Flipnote, and I definitely have a little bit more of a disposable income now than I used to, and I like using a
Mhm.
lot of that for travel, because it's fun. It's fun to meet people and do stuff like that.
What is what's the favorite place that you've been over your time traveling lately?
So far, well, not really a convention, but like Spain has been a big one. I went there in April, and that was really cool. Could have learned a lot more Spanish, right? That made for a lot of awkward encounters. Where like someone would
Yeah.
say something to me, and I just like really have to think about it, and I'll be like, "Now is not the time to forget your Spanish, Raxd. Come on." Uh, no, it was nice because like some of the, especially like when in doubt, I just kind of preferred like trying to ask a question of, like someone who seemed younger, like in their 20s, because they would usually know English pretty fluently. Uh, and it wasn't like a huge deal. But my favorite trip here in the U.S. has probably Pittsburgh, just because like I still have the thrill of like I took only one flight before then, and it was to Dallas, and that was for a internship, and my boss was terrible. I'll spare you a lot of details, but they were mean, like very mean.
Mm.
Not necessarily intentionally, but just like the time that we had to do it, we were kind of in a rush. It was like a quick 3-day trip to like film some stuff in Texas, and it was just a really terrible first experience. We nearly missed our flight because my boss slept in over an hour, just didn't
Oh my
set an
god.
alarm. So that's awesome. And I had to do all the driving while I was there, and I was not informed beforehand that that would be the case, uh, which I was very nervous to do because Texas has like 30-lane highways for no reason. It was just a lot. I remember calling my mom the first night and being like, "I hate this. Like I can't wait to be home.
Oh,
This is terrible. I hate this." And she
dang.
was like, "Just hang in there." And I was like, "Okay." But now it's funny looking back because I do remember I was told to go fill up our rental car for there's. I'm gonna get around to answering your question, but I gotta.
No,
This is
that's
too funny
fine.
of a
Go
story.
for it.
I got an opportunity to fill up our rental car, and my boss was like, "Yeah, we don't have to do anything till lunch." So I got up at like 7 in the morning, drove like 20 miles out to this place one of my Discord friends told me I need to go to, and went to this parking garage. And when you got to the top floor, there was this incredible view. I mean, incredible view of the thriving metropolis of like downtown Dallas, buildings all around you. And I remember I had my Polaroid with me, and I still have a photo of it in my photo book. And that's like the best part of that trip is the one point I broke away. I'm like, you know what? I want to return to this, and like I want to travel, and I'm not gonna let this trip ruin that for me. I'm going to like as soon as I get back, start planning for a trip. And like sure enough, like the month right after is when I did started planning for my Pittsburgh trip, and that was probably the best trip ever because it was like, wow, these can be fun, and I knew these trips can be fun. I just had a really bad first experience, but I like didn't at all let that ruin my time, and
Oh,
that was
nice.
so real, dude. I'll never forget. Like we went to this Italian like sandwich place called Permanti Brothers. It's like really well known in the Pittsburgh area, and it was while it was snowing. There was like a 2-year record snowfall that weekend happening. So there was like snow all around. The snow plows were out. We were really cold. I had this giant Columbia puffer jacket I had bought just for the trip that I spent way too much money on. Uh, but it did keep me warm, and I remember just taking my jacket off and sitting there and eating an Italian sandwich, and it was one of the best dang sandwiches I've probably ever had in my life. Just experiences like that. Like I only care about travel for the experiences. Like because honestly, plane rides kind of suck a lot of the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Um, but like, dude, it was pretty solid. I've loved most of the trips I've done. Uh, I've been to GDQ 3 times. I don't think I'm gonna go anymore. I've had my fill of that. Um,
Hmm.
but I've also been to New York Comic Con, which was back in October. I'm planning on going to Fan Expo Toronto, and some other places. Like I forget I have my passport because of Spain, so I could just go to Canada, which is kind of cool. There's a lot more places I want to do, and we did VidCon together,
Oh yeah.
um, which I hope you enjoyed it because I'm not going to be paying for people's room ever again. That was extremely that was a lot. It was a lot more than I thought it'd be, but I still stand by that. Like it was worth it if you got a good experience out of it because
Oh,
I think it
absolutely.
took me getting a free trip to that Texas trip for my internship, and even though it was like absolutely terrible, it really opened my eyes to the world of travel. So anytime I can like have someone else go down that rabbit hole of like actually like traveling and leaving the state is fun, it's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, very much so. I mean, it like that was the first. I told you before that was the first time I had left Colorado in I think 12 years up to that point, 12, 13 years.
Yeah, dude.
So I was very anxious about it, and if I didn't like it, then I would never do it again. But then as soon as I got home, I already started planning the next year with a bunch of my friends, trying to convince them all to go.
Heck yes, dude.
So I'm going. I'm 100% going. We're getting like a big Airbnb. I'm gonna get like a big ass van to carry everyone in.
Nice.
Everyone's gonna be splitting costs, so it won't be
Dude,
so
I'm excited.
expensive.
If I, I do, I'm comfortable saying on the recording, like as of now, I'm still like figuring my stuff out. But if I do end up going
Yeah.
with you, that sounds like a vibe.
Hell yeah.
I just like meeting people. I feel like there was a lot. My experience of, as you know, I had the all access pass to VidCon, right?
Oh yeah.
And it was really cool. But I also got there's a really obvious vibe that there's so much exclusion in the sense that like certain groups of YouTubers and creators will just go have parties and like get-togethers and stuff either at the convention or outside of the convention that you just don't hear about till after.
Yeah.
And it's not a it's sort of a thing like you already have to know these people to, and it's really a thing where like networking helps you a lot. Like I don't think the intention was to exclude anyone, but like I heard that like Turkey Tom had like a huge after party at VidCon, and like there were a ton of photos I saw on people's stories after that, and I was like, dude, I like did not hear about this at all. So there's
Yeah.
definitely I sure hope it's not like there's like two ways you can look at that. It's either like, oh, this is like an extremely pretentious thing people are just doing to like, we're, rich successful YouTubers, let's go have a party. But I don't think it's that. I think it's more of a just like opportunity for creators to get away from all that and just talk to each other, people who are in the
Yeah.
same kind of industry. I think that's really what it was. I don't think there was any ill will towards it. But I did
Yeah.
have a like sour taste in my mouth. I'm like, I didn't get invited. They hate me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that you know about it, you can try and plan for it ahead of time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was talking to Brody. I was trying to like schedule to have like that IHOP breakfast that one day
Yeah.
with him, and maybe his girlfriend. But he by the time that I got to him, he was like, "Yeah, no, we're going to the beach that day. We're not coming back to VidCon." And they were still
Yeah,
like
there
one
were
whole
a
day of
lot of
VidCon
people that
left.
went to the beach. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and that kind of surprised me. Like, you're here for VidCon and then you just don't go to VidCon. Like, I kind of get it though. As a larger
Like
creator,
people,
dealing
a
with the
lot of those
large
creators.
people. Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead.
So I was gonna say like a lot of those people live in California, so I guess to them it's like it's not really a big deal if they're like right there. and then they
Yeah,
just,
that's fair.
a lot of people, yeah, they don't stay at VidCon. They just go do whatever else.
Yeah, it just kind of shocked me. I mean, I don't know if they, when you were an invited guest, did you have to, I imagine you had to pay for your, you still had to pay for the ticket, right?
No, actually, the ticket was free. I already
Oh,
submitted
wow.
my. Me and Garrett agreed that if any of us, if either me or him get feature creator this year, that we'll just invite the other for free because you can invite
Oh,
a
I see,
plus
I see.
one,
I
which would be
see.
huge. But at least if you get invited guests with the all access pass, your ticket's free, which is like $200 you're saving, and then as a feature creator, your entire room and board is like covered. Not your plane ticket, but your stay there is, which is a
Oh,
lot
wow.
more money probably.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but I thought it was worth just getting a group of people to go with me. I think I had a good first time, but I'm gonna make a more active effort to not be shy and really play up the like trying to network with people and actually talk to people.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely
Um,
doing that.
Dude, there are creators that in my head, like I remember pretty vividly most of the faces I saw there, like people that I passed, because I would make a mental note, like, oh, that looked like a prominent person, but I don't know who that is. Dude, I didn't know. There's this streamer Jack, what's his name? Jack Morrigan or something like that. He does Apex Legends, and he's like a decently big streamer. And Garrett was obsessing over him, and or it was like him and his girlfriend had this TikTok account with like 6 million
Oh,
followers,
that's right.
and
That's
I didn't even
right.
know. I forgot what their names were. Um,
Yeah, I forget as
but
well,
dude,
but
I
I know who
like
you're talking
started
about.
getting
Yeah.
his reels like right after VidCon. And I'm like, oh, this guy's like a really big creator, and I just like casually passed him. And Garrett was
Yeah.
talking to him, and then I had no interest. I was just like, hi. But dude, even Garrett, you say he's really good at talking to people on stream, and I agree. But me and him were both like just too shy, like
Oh, yeah.
people,
No,
just
in person,
like
it's totally
avoiding eye
different.
contact with everyone. It's so awkward. But like I can tell people that have been there for years, like it really isn't like it's a good vibe overall. It's just like I'm new to this. Like at the time I went to VidCon, I had only been a full-time YouTuber for maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months. I don't remember the exact time. But that's scary. It's scary, like the concept of being like, oh, people know me and like I have access to like
Yeah.
talk to all these other creators.
God, you got
Um,
to talk to the BFDI guys.
yeah, which was so awkward. Like they just ended the thing and they were all
Yeah.
talking, and I just like kept like acting like I was gonna walk up and then like stepping back and then like looking off, like trying to. I
I
looked
know
so
exactly what you're
suspicious, dude.
saying.
Yeah, I looked
Oh,
so
that's so funny.
suspicious. I was afraid like security was gonna say something, but um, the guy was really nice to talk to, and it was the fact I made a point of talking to him because my fans are all crazy about, well, I wouldn't say all, but like some of my younger fans are a bit crazy
Oh,
about
yeah.
BFDI, right? Like that's that, and it does have a big following. So I saw that whole panel. We saw how insane those fans were
Oh, yeah.
about
I mean, it
about
was
everything.
all kids,
And
but still,
yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely a kids show. Nothing wrong with that. But
Oh, yeah.
talking to him, I wanted to make a point that like I had just put the kind of the message together that this guy has like several successful channels outside of BFDI. He had one where he did cool like real-time graphs on like the success of YouTube videos. He's got he had like a Rubik's cubing channel. He has a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
But I got to talk to him and just expressed it like, hey, I watched like a lot of your other stuff outside of BFDI. He made a video talking about his life works in 4-year cycles, about like the ups and downs of his general life, like has a pattern, and kind of math and science related stuff. He's extremely smart dude, but it was just really cool to talk to somebody like that. That was probably one of my favorite interactions. And then also Daniel Thrasher, just completely
Oh,
unexpected,
yeah.
getting to talk to him for only like 3 or 4 minutes. Um, but this whole time, like I think my goal doing VidCon again, it's like I've already done it, so I don't have to be like starstruck the whole time. I can just like be in the moment and try to actually talk to people. Because I was like this weird guy just like standing around not wanting to talk to other YouTubers. Because it is weird. It's like I said, like a new thing to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like I was way too awkward the whole time. I'm gonna be way better about it this year, like 2026.
Hell yeah. I was kind of the same way for a bit, but then like once I think like the reason it was so cool to me, admittedly, was because I was with you and Garrett, and you two already had a lot of connections, and were starting conversations with other people. Whether it was intentional or not, but I just tried to take as much advantage of that as I possibly could.
Oh yeah,
But I was in like all
you had some
networking
people who
mode.
knew who you were too, which was
Yeah,
probably
that
weird.
shocked me. I had a couple people come up to me and ask for pictures, and I was not expecting that at all.
They have to also consider like the extremely just the nature of YouTube, the extremely condensed demographic of people who watch a lot of YouTube, which means that like that's the one place you probably would be noticed. Like if you don't get noticed there,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Well, I just kind of figured I
Even
wasn't
me
big
and
enough.
Garrett, like I have also asked him. I try to ask most YouTubers larger than me about their experience getting noticed in public because like I'm not far away from the threshold where that would happen, but being an animator saves you from a lot of the like
Oh
you
yeah.
get a lot of anonymity with people just not knowing. Um, but Garrett wasn't trying to get noticed, and he was getting noticed at VidCon, and I was because I had the Gamble Core shirt on. So I ended
Yeah.
up meeting more people, but he's just got the bigger audience size. So it's kind of crazy to me too. Like I remember talking to the Odd Ones Out for that Raxd Games video ages ago, and I'm saying like you kind of get a sense for like at his level if he's like grocery shopping or something and someone will like be looking at him and he'll just know. He'll be like, do you want a picture?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." He just knows that like they're fans without them saying a single word to them, which is crazy. You get like a sixth sense for it. But I'd prefer for that not to happen. I mean, it'd be cool to happen once or twice, but I can imagine being this like 20 million, 30 million subscriber channel, and like at a certain point, you just kind of can't control it. Like you're just going to get. And he was an animator, so if he wasn't, I can't imagine how annoying that would be. But
Wow.
yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
even
know.
imagine that.
I've
It's
gotten
such a harsh
noticed.
thought.
It was pretty cool. I got noticed twice at New York Comic Con without even
Oh
like I didn't
wow,
have a shirt
really?
on or anything. So that was really cool. Um, so it is possible, I guess. But I was really
I
paranoid. Like from the point I hit like 100K, I was like, this is gonna be like paparazzi at my door every day. Like I had a really overblown in my head image of like how that would be, but not at all. It's actually good. Like I prefer how it is right now. That like it's really cool that like you kind of have a bit of celebrity status within a convention, but like once you leave those doors, like nobody knows you. It's very nice. It's a very controlled amount of fame. I feel like this is how probably like local weather people feel about like
Oh
whenever they're at a grocery
yeah.
store locally, they're probably getting noticed. And
That's a good comparison.
I worked in that realm a little bit, so I kind of know. Like I've talked to people like that before, so I know how it's like, and that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Wow. Fame is such a
Ex-
weird thing.
yeah, it's such a weird thing. I guess online fame is the more preferred type because I definitely wouldn't want to be like an actor or
Oh
somebody
god, no,
because
yeah.
there's kind of a whole different realm to that. Like I feel like there's a lot more weirdness with like people coming up to you in public. It's just become the norm.
Yeah, I
I
mean
feel like
it's
with YouTubers in general, it's definitely mellowed out. Like people are a lot more chill than they used to be. Like if you see videos from like PewDiePie and Smosh, like early YouTube era blowing up, their fans were like insane. Like it was like fans screaming at a BTS concert type vibe. It was like insane. It's like they're this superhuman entity, you know, akin to like a deity or something. It's like, no,
yeah,
bro,
you
they
must
just
bow to
make
them.
videos. And now it's like people have kind of, I feel like it's more common. Like the amount of creators have kind of been diluted to like a large crowd. So like people don't freak out as much.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's
for
still
sure.
pretty crazy. Like some of those panels at YouTube, there were insane. Like some of the Roblox ones were insane.
Oh yeah. I
Like
remember
we didn't even go to
Creekcraft?
those, but we could hear the roaring of the crowd. Creekcraft, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
glad
he
I
was
got to
just
take a picture with
chilling.
him.
He was just chilling out there. I don't even think
He
he
was just
intended.
chilling.
I don't think he
Yeah,
intended to
he is.
start a line, but like he just showed
Creators like
up.
that are like the reason why, and I don't mean that in a bad sense, but creators of his audience size are the reason why they specifically have a rule with YouTube VidCon about like not just walking around the main hall, even though pretty much everybody does it. If you are a really big YouTuber, it becomes like a fire hazard. Because
Oh
there was a
yeah.
line forming by Creekcraft. I was
Oh
fortunate enough
yeah.
to get in line, but Dude, I really kept feeling like I was gonna get noticed. Like, like I had like severe paranoia about it. I don't know.
Wow. Do you still have that a bit, or has that toned down?
No, no, because it was like unrealistic.
Hmm.
Um, and now that my channel stopped growing at like a super fast rate, it's kind of not as big of a deal in my head. Like I
Okay.
said, I would be more realistic about it going back to VidCon about just being like chill. And if somebody comes up to me, cool, but I'm not gonna like seek out, trying to get as many people to notice me as possible.
Right,
That's
right.
basically what I did with the shirt I was wearing.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. It worked very well. Uh, I remember we were talking in the group chat, and you were like, "Hey, any of you want a T-shirt in this style?" Say like the Let's Go Gambling guy brought me here, and I think Garrett was the only person to do it. Um, I had thought about it, but I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think I want that much attention. Also, I don't think that many people would know me or care. I was surprised. Again, I was surprised anyone recognized me. I was
Yeah.
baffled.
No, it was insane. In total, I probably met about 40 people, I would say, which was insane. And another thing is, I was really self-conscious about vlogging. I did not want to have the camera up at all because I thought that would draw attention to me automatically.
Yeah.
But then that's like a convention where like half the people are filming on their phones. Like no
Yeah,
one
yeah. It's
cares.
like the only place
Um,
where it's normal to do it.
yeah, I should have had that mindset. But again, it's like, dude, social skills are like a trained thing you acquire over like doing it over and over again. You gotta talk to a lot of people before it truly gets comfortable to like stop caring as much.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I even feel like in high school I was better about it just because like in school I was regularly talking to people. So like, going to the grocery store and even interacting with like any of the employees was like an easy conversation. But even sometimes now I'm like, ugh, I need to go back outside. I need to stop spending all my time making videos inside. I can't talk to people as well as I used to. I feel like, um, not all the time, but I feel like it's kind of a mode I can switch on in my brain too. Like I'd be better about it in with conventions.
Yeah. Oh, God, I don't know what. I'm hoping I can get the invited creator one way or another. I think if I can't get it for my channel, which at this rate probably not, then I'll probably try and just convince Hyun to let me use the dojo channel.
You never
Um,
know. You never know.
yeah, you never
Yeah,
know.
you could go as like a representative and do a lot of networking.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm
Should
sure you could
consider it.
also use the same channel to get several people in. Like, because I imagine like Rhett and Link, for example, they're not just going to give out one free pass to them because there's two of them.
Yeah.
It's like a duo channel.
There's two white boys, not just one.
Yes, there's two white boys.
But which one is Red and which one is Link?
No, I'm sure we could figure something out, but I'd like to be able to go behind the scenes and talk to more people. Not being as
Yes.
intrusive, of course.
I will
but-
say, I felt like a baller, not gonna lie, getting access to the limo service. Me and Garrett were like just staring at
Oh,
each other
that
and
was
like smiling the
crazy.
whole time in the back seat. We were like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The driver was really chill. He's like, so you guys YouTubers? And we're like, yeah. And he was just having like a casual conversation, like not being annoying or anything. So it was nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, that was wild because for a while you guys were anxious to go to that sort of stuff, but I think partially because you felt like you were just leaving me in sloth behind. But we were both like,
Yeah.
no, dude, do it. That sounds sick. We'd hate for you not to have that experience. I still have the little ducky that Stephen he gave you that he thought you dropped or something.
Wait, what?
And do you not remember that?
Oh, Steven, he the emotional damage guy? Did he
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, it was when you guys were at the place that you got limoed to, and you saw like Hank Green like rushing somewhere, so you're able to just say like, "Hi, Hank Green."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess somewhere along
that
the
was
way-
weird. That man
Yeah.
looked like, I don't know if he was trying to, because I feel like I watch a lot of Hank Green stuff now. I don't really feel like he was stressed, but he definitely looked like he was urgently trying to get somewhere, and I was going to have a conversation with him. But also that combined with just I was kind of anxious just to talk to like somebody who's like a YouTube legend like that. I just literally went, "Hello, Hank Green," and he just nodded, and that's it. That was the entire interaction. I don't
So funny.
embellish or anything with that story because I think the exact nature of how it happened was really funny.
Oh yeah. No, but I think you were having a conversation with, like a small conversation with Steve and and then as you were leaving, he like gave you a little ducky, and it was like, "Hey, did you drop this?" And you were like, "No," and then he just gave it to you anyway.
Oh no, I remember that now. That was really weird.
Yeah.
I was in this weird dazed sort of mental state the whole time I was at
Oh
VidCon.
yeah,
Like
I'll
none of
bet.
this is real and none of these people
Hmm.
are real.
I mean, I don't exaggerate at all when I say it was life changing. It
I
was
definitely think
insane.
how I felt was a result of just not interacting with a lot of IRL people. I think it was like beyond a VidCon thing. It was just like a social skills thing, which I wouldn't think personally that my social skills had gotten to where like talking to anyone was like that, but I mean, I had spent a whole year in my first apartment making daily animations and really not talking to many people, so
Hmm.
it'll do that.
Yeah, I guess it will. Oh, you've been going
Are
for
you
about an
excited
hour.
personally for like do you have any conventions you're willing to look into other than VidCon or like that's the main one you
Uh,
care about?
I think that's the
Because
only
there
one
are
I
some
care
great
about.
ones, I can say.
Well, I'm so hyper focused on YouTube is my thing.
Hmm.
I don't really have many interests outside of that.
Yeah.
Alan's been trying to get me to go to what is it? It's like the one ran by
Open Sauce
God, what's his name? Yeah, Open Saws.
by William Osman. Yeah.
William Osmond, that's his name. Thank you. But he's been
Yeah,
like
that's
trying to
the
convince
one.
me to go to that one.
You know how we were saying that like it was clear like some people at VidCon weren't interested in VidCon. They just like, wanted to hang out with their friends in the area, which is fair. And
Yeah.
by the same accord, people like Odd Ones Out, he had been to VidCon for like 9 years, and the first year we went, he decided not to go and instead went to Open Sauce with a bunch of YouTubers. And it
Oh
seems
my
like
God, yeah.
I asked him about it recently. Like the last time I talked to him was like a week ago, and asked him like, "Did you really like Open Source more than VidCon?" And he was like, "In the sense that like there's more things for you personally to interact with, and like cool gadgets to look at and stuff." Then yeah, it was really cool. It's like a really big science fair where people were just showing their weird YouTube inventions, which sounds really fun, honestly. But unfortunately, it's like at the exact same time as VidCon.
Yeah, it is. I think, unfortunately, I just don't really care that much about the engineering in that space of YouTube. I'll watch it idly, but I don't really intend on interacting with it.
Yeah,
But
I'm
Alan
not.
also seems
It's
really
it's a fun like thing to watch while I'm eating. I do care about it, but not to the point where I would go to a convention. I
yeah,
feel a similar
exactly.
way. But I was on the fence for a while. Like once he said that, I was like, should I be going to Open Source and not VidCon? Like what?
Well, but that was also I think VidCon had lost a lot of its good reputation over the years. But the year that
Yeah,
we
it's
went
become very
was
corporate.
it was the first year that it was ran by the people behind Comic Con. Like whoever had it before had sold it, and a lot of people who had been to previous VidCons were telling us that this year was a lot better than it usually was. So I
Yeah, it
don't
seemed
know.
like it.
Yeah, I mean they had apparently never had like an art space before, and they had a
Yeah,
whole
that was
section of
cool.
the convention dedicated to people's art.
And
Yeah,
maybe
that
some
was
more
really cool.
stuff will change. Next year.
Yeah, I mean I'm hopeful, but I understand why people might have lost trust in it. I mean I don't fully understand it because I wasn't there for any of the others, but I mean Alan alone has told me like he just doesn't think it's as fun as it used to be. But open sauce is
Yeah.
just it has that original feeling. I think that
Yeah, it's
old
like just a
appeal.
new thing that people, if it probably appeals to a lot of people who have been to VidCon multiple years. Because heck, I'm even sure after like 2 or 3 years of VidCon, I'll probably not want to go as badly.
Yeah, maybe. I'll probably go to open sauce one year, but I was a little irritated because like Alan was the last couple of years that I had known him. Before then, he was trying to convince me to go to VidCon, and then the one year I decide to go because you had offered me a place to stay, and I was like, well, I guess I don't have much of a reason not to now. That's the one year he
Yeah,
doesn't fucking go, and I'm like low key still mad at him about
it's a shame.
that. uh, Oh man,
It would have been really
he's
cool to
so
meet
bad
Alan Becker. I low-key kind of wish he went.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I asked him after the fact if he would still be down to go to VidCon. He's like, no, I'm going to open source now. He's like so hard
like
set on
forever.
it. I don't know about forever, but at least for a while. I think he just really liked the energy of that place a lot more. But I just don't know if I'm going to care
That's
that
fair.
much. I mean, it already took me a long time to convince me to go to something that I would have been interested in. I don't know how much convincing
Yeah.
it's going to take for me to go to something I'm not that interested in.
I mean, I'm down to try anything once. Like, I'd be interested in going once just to see what the vibe is.
Yeah, I mean, you have the luxury of disposable income, though. I don't have that
Yeah.
yet.
It may be, honestly, if I got invited as a feature creator, I could probably justify just fully paying to go to open source if I'm using what I would have used for VidCon, and then just like
Hmm.
staying at a Airbnb in LA for like a week and then just tackling both.
Yeah,
I don't know. LA's expensive though.
it is expensive.
Is
Yeah.
open source was open source in LA?
It wasn't in LA. It was in California. I think it was in Northern California.
Oh,
I forget exactly. It might have been different, but I know it was like another flight away, pretty much.
how far you get down here, buddy?
I don't know. I haven't checked F3. I'm at Y10 apparently. Oh. I don't think I need to be going down some. Well, oh no, because the Y level changed since one of the new updates. Okay, I have all the cobble I need now. For a little bit.
That
At
was an
least.
epic fail that just happened right then,
Yeah.
and I saw it.
Man, I don't know how
What do you
you
have to
do
say
it.
for yourself?
And doing so. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me.
You don't know how I do what?
I don't know how you travel so much. It's so much to. It's probably just the person I am, but like I mentally cannot take it.
Well,
Like
I wouldn't say I travel like so much. It's more of a thing like I travel like a couple of trips in like a couple weeks, and then I'm off for 3 months, and then I in the because you know like the best plane tickets are usually like a couple months out. So I'll like take a month off, not really think about it, and then I get the traveling itch again, and then I don't know. It's something I've always wanted to do as a kid, and if I've wanted to be a YouTuber since I was like 10 years old. So if I also want to travel, I might as well just try to make both work.
huh.
I don't have
Like
any coal
even
also.
I feel like well, there's this coal in my chest if you want.
Can you bring some down?
I'm building. Yeah, I'll
And
bring
some
it down in a
sticks and some
sec.
torches. No, I'm coming back up.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't
Traveling
know.
seems
I
like
just
a
I
lot.
get a
mean,
I
like,
get a genuine
you travel more frequently than my parents, and they take a lot of trips.
yeah. Well, now I'm like broadening my horizons too, because at first it was just like, oh, you know, it's cool to go on this like Texas trip for an internship, and then I'm like, wait, I can go travel on my own time to conventions to see people. And now that I've done a few conventions, I'm like, wait, I can just like go to a city to just hang out, which is I visited one of my friends from Chicago and stayed there for like 3 days, and we didn't really even do anything. It was just a good vibe. We like played on a Switch and we went to the store and ate Dino Nuggies, and it was fun. You know, like stupid things like that, but
Yeah.
just for the vibe. Uh, and now by the
Oh
oh my
shoot.
god,
Oh
yeah,
my
I've gotten bum
god.
rushed by phantoms,
I
dude.
saw that. I saw a bunch over there. Yeah, I guess we haven't slept in a little bit. It's okay. They're burning up. It's sun. It's becoming sun. It's becoming sun.
Oh my god, this is scary.
Yeah, I usually turn them off, but if I want to play vanilla, I kind of leave them on. This is how Mojang wants you to play the game. Okay,
Okay, well that was scary.
awesome.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna
anyway.
grab torches.
All right.
Well, anyway.
Coming together a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the cobblestone, but that's just a lot of material.
So you don't play this world off recording at all. You just add on to it.
Yeah,
little
only
bit
when
at a
I'm
time.
recording.
That's really cool to see, honestly.
Hell yeah. You're really cool to see.
Dude, I know. We might see each
oh
other
my
again
God.
soon, too.
Oh my god. No, I really am looking forward to it. I never would have thought that I would have enjoyed traveling outside of Colorado because my parents used to go on a lot of vacations when I was young. And then it got to an age where I could take care of
Yeah.
myself, and then I just never had the desire for it. And then it became scary to think about.
Yeah.
So I just never
I
wanted
will
to do
say,
it.
talking about you saying I don't see how you can travel so much. There is a point I'll get to, like after, especially if I do 2 trips really close back to back, like doing GDQ and VidCon within the same month. I did get burnout. Like okay, like you get a not necessarily. I don't get homesick super hard, but I was like I'm just tired and ready to go back home.
Yeah.
Um, so it's best that I do it in like seasons almost, like every 3 months. Um, but also I've
That's
been
still a
opening
lot.
my what I mean it is a
That's still a
lot, but
lot,
also
man.
like I don't know, I didn't get the luxury of traveling that much as a kid, and now's the best time for me to do it. I have like this pressure of
Yeah?
like, dude, I'm 26. I might find a girlfriend or something at some point. I don't know like how much time I have where I can just freely travel like this. So I'm trying to take advantage of it, you know.
Dude, the concept of having a girlfriend scares me now.
Yeah,
Because
you
I
and me
value
both,
my
buddy.
time so much. But, like, I don't want to
Yeah, that
prevent it from
sounds time
happening.
consuming and pricey.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you it is. It is a lot of time commitment, and I feel like you really have to make it. It really has to feel like you want to be spending as much time as possible with it. You have to be borderline obsessed with your partner for it to work.
Yeah.
And I never was, and that resulted in, the end of one, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
borderline
learning
obsessed with chasing
experience.
the bag, but you know, you do you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just obsessed with making shit. I love doing this YouTube thing, and even if I'm not
I
making a
do.
lot of money off of it, it's like, I don't know. Especially what I'm doing feels so niche and special with all the collabs. But
Okay, found a cave.
neato.
Oh god, the reverb, although it's subtle on the block breaking, it makes it seem like we're playing some kind of horror mod, and I'm just expecting some cryptid to like crawl out of the deep slate and start
Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
me.
Well, maybe there is. Who knows?
That would be so evil if you had a horror mod on the whole time and just didn't tell me. I'd be
I
like,
have thought
Hatena,
about it. Oh my god,
why?
I have thought about it. But I wanted to play purely vanilla, but I
Dude, do
could.
it, do
I
it.
could. But I would also have to just hope that. Oh, pardon
You
me.
should have done
When
it with
sending
you.
people the mod pack, it just people don't look at the mods and then they just get scared. But I feel like everyone's just gonna look at the mods.
Boom.
Boy, oh
I'm helping
boy.
you build this stairwell thing.
Oh, thank you. Are you doing like slabs or something? You're just digging
No,
down further.
I'm just continuing it down.
Gotcha. I'll probably do slabs in a minute. Take a break from the lighthouse. This lighthouse project's probably gonna take me a while because I want it to be pretty big. But yeah, I might as well. Let's see. Can you make slabs out of like diorite? Oh, you can.
I think so.
Okay. Good. That's a disposable material. This would be an efficient use of the block. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about. I feel like I've asked all the questions I wanted to. You're fun to talk to, I guess.
You're fun to talk to, dude. Oh, I guess. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said I guess.
I guess. I guess you're like kind of entertaining
I
in like a
guess you're
cosmic
alright.
sort of way.
I really only had you on just for the views. That's it. I don't
I
really care about
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, make sure you put like a red arrow pointing to like a blue stick man.
Yeah. No, your stick figure is really unique. I'm not going to need to do much. You just need that oval head.
It's true. Sometimes you just gotta get wide, dude. You know.
I guess, man.
Don't quote
Have
me
you
on that.
ever? I know you're doing a sprite. Do you? Oh, this is something I wanted to ask. Do you? Okay, this might sound a little mean, but I mean I think it's pretty obvious. You're not the most talented animator.
No, no,
But,
absolutely.
But
Crying right now,
I'm
by the way. It's fine.
you're
Whatever.
you're just the worst animator that I've ever fucking known, and you should feel
Tell me
ashamed.
something I don't know.
Okay. No, but I was curious. Like, do you have that strive to learn like the principles of animation, or do you think you're more so into the editing sphere? Like how you do with your Sony Vegas Pro projects, you'll just have like gifs of your animations from Sprite. And those are
Yeah,
like two
I
frame
I plan
loops.
on for the foreseeable future just doing it like that.
Yeah. Do you not have that strive to create more detailed animations, or do you think that you're pretty satisfied with your style?
Those diamonds are mine, by the way. When you see them, those are mine. I call
Oh,
dibs.
okay,
Uh,
that's
I'm
fair.
pretty. I'm like of the mindset that like if it works well, it just works well. I obviously could take the time to learn principles of animation and do like smoother stuff. Um, but I just like the style I have. I honestly can't complain. Like I don't see a reason to do it like everybody else is doing and instead like keep my
Yeah,
style to
that's
be
fine.
unique. Like even though it is crude and roughly drawn and I like it kind of like that. I've really I was really self-conscious about the way I animated for a while about like it not being good enough, but now I'm like it's flipped to where I'm like no, my stuff rocks actually. Like I really love the stuff I put out.
Oh hell yeah!
And
I
if
mean,
I'm
it
proud
is
of
a
it, I just
unique
hope other
style.
people feel the same way.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you need to feel that need to improve. Like, is the natural progression with an animator? I think your style is unique enough to the point you don't have to improve if you don't want to. I understand it's also not something that everyone wants to do. Um, but I was curious if you intended on becoming more of an animator than you already are. You
Um,
know.
well, actually, you mentioned that Blender is something I've always been a fan of, so I would probably incorporate that more in the future to my other stuff. And that would give it a cool style, like having, you know, the animation versus addiction Alan Becker thing with
Oh
the
yeah,
background, how you guys did the backgrounds. That's almost like
yeah.
how I'm thinking about me, just like my character standing there and talking, and it's like he might be in like a little 3D house with like a campfire going in the background or something. Like something
Okay.
cozy like that would be cool, I think.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Oh my god, that one. I don't know if I could just talk about that briefly. That project was so silly because Alan pitched me the idea, telling me that he was about to work on it, and I actually laughed, thinking he was joking.
Yeah.
Um, God, it was so embarrassing.
It turned out really well though.
It did. It was really good. I just wasn't expecting him to get into that of all
No, I
things.
probably would have laughed too. I'm like, bro, are the kids ready for the moral of the story? Don't smoke crack
Yeah.
animation. No,
So
it was
wild.
done in like a non like offensive way. I feel like that's like a subject you kind of need to be careful about going about.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But it kind of rocked. I like it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I think everyone did a really good job on it. I didn't really have much to do other than managing stuff, but well, whatever.
Whatever. I don't even care. You know, the way you've built your mine just makes it twice as long to get down here.
Yeah, I don't really care. I was building it in a way to mine materials, not as a
That's
way
the
to
right
get down
answer.
faster.
You can have these little branches at different points. Like there is a nice little chart I've seen of like the ore distribution chart. So you
Oh
could just branch off
yeah,
if like oh yeah, it's like this is the optimal place for iron. You just go do that.
yeah, that's a good way of thinking of that. I hadn't thought about that, but I could definitely do that with that layout. So I kind of don't want to make it. I'm like making paths right now to everyone's houses. I kind of don't want to make a path to Loonsar's place because it's just so miserable. It's just
Just
a
forget it. The one
conglomeration
that
of
looks like it was
blocks.
corrupted in some horrible accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's you know, just like my art style, it's unique. Even though it looks
It
terrible,
is
it's
unique.
unique.
I don't think your style
Good
looks
analogy.
terrible.
Even though it's awful and you should not watch it. Oh god.
God, watching you use Flipnote sometimes on your streams reminds me of how miserable it is to work with.
It's terrible. Sometimes I'm gonna be completely real. I didn't know. I didn't think of it earlier. It's like my A sprite animations in my video essays function like a sprite sheet. Like it's just a GIF that's the same 2 frames looping, but that's like that pose could be held for like 3-5 seconds, and it's just a unique pose. But like instead of animating my character just like on unique frames or something, uh, that's kind of how I've started rendering Flipnotes out. Is like I'll record the audio and then like from frame run, it's just like a 30 frame long sprite sheet of poses, and then I extend them out in my editor to save time copying and pasting. Because I will legit give myself carpal tunnel as many times as I copy and paste.
Oh yeah. No,
It's
that
bad.
process is so miserable. My God.
It is.
It is
The
so
way I do it, if
miserable.
I did it more fluidly, it'd probably be easier, but it would also take up memory faster, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. It really depends. I get how like Flipnote, it's like the change in pixels that makes the memory difference. So I guess both would probably expend memory very fast.
Yeah, I've noticed it's very weird in its data storage. If you have you ever just tried to like move things across the screen pixel by pixel every frame?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I do that for trolley problem.
Yeah. Did you notice like how much that tanks your memory
It
on the
does.
Flipnote? Like that's why does it do that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I feel like you could get some kind of like patch, like custom made for it to stop doing that. But also, we love
Maybe.
Flipnote for that. We love all its
I
imperfections.
love its jankiness. It's a part of the charm. The charm of using
I
it,
love
right?
really hating my life for 4 hours while I try to
Yeah.
optimize not hitting the 1 MB memory limit.
Is it really one
Nah, it's
megabyte?
it's good. I constantly try to tell animators like there's so many aspiring fans that are like asking me like, um, do you have any animation tips? And I'm like, honestly, just like your program choice matters a lot because like my
Oh
stuff
yeah.
wouldn't look like the way it did outside of Flipnote. If I started on like Adobe Animator, Pivot, or something else, it'd look completely different. And also the fact that how limiting Flipnote is, I think makes for better work because you're not worrying about like a specific shade of color or anything or like all these details. It's just like the pure actual animation of it that it focuses on. You're
Hmm.
limited by layers and colors, and you kind of have to work around that. Like it is sometimes frustrating to work around, but ultimately is like I think what makes it so cool.
I know we've talked about this a little bit before, but do you feel like you caused the resurrection of Flipnote?
I feel partially responsible. I can't lie. Um, I felt as my channel was going over 100K subscribers is right when I saw this big boost, and I actually talk about this explicitly like in my upcoming video. That I saw this shift in the algorithm favoring minimalist short form animation, primarily Flipnote stuff, and everyone who previously had Flipnote shorts, their channels were taking off, like Zane Little and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I can't say like, oh, I'm responsible for these people's success. That'd be like really
Yeah,
arrogant to
yeah.
say, but um, I do feel like the general movement, if my channel didn't exist, it probably would have taken longer for like this whole resurrection of Flipnote to happen. Uh, I mean, especially with the success of Gamblecore, like that, I'm sure that alone got so many people to like dust off their
Oh yeah.
DS and do Flipnote stuff again,
100%
which
it
is
did.
super cool. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like Oppenheimer though, like staring at my hands
Like what have I
and being
done?
like, I've really like caused
Uh,
a like massive algorithmic change, at least somewhat. I can say in the case of Zane Little, he was doing flip notes a few months before me. I mean, he had always done them like growing up. That was our big difference is that I didn't use Flipnote growing up, but he
oh
did.
yeah.
And as a result, he had some on his channel for the longest time. And I noticed that he had about 6,000 subscribers when I started making flip notes, and his sub count did not budge for months until about May or June, and then it like skyrocketed up really fast. And I think that was like the main thing I looked at and saw. I'm like, I don't think this would be happening without like this push of flip note content that's happening right now that I'm kind of fortunate enough to be a part of. It's insane. It is insane to me that like me and him are basically like the only two big actively posting Flipnote people on YouTube. It seems like there's a lot
Hmm.
of people with success like that on TikTok, but for some reason, some greater way that the algorithm works, it just like a lot of people aren't finding the same growth that me and him did on YouTube. So I really don't know an answer to that either. It's really weird. Like I pay attention to that a lot. Like algorithmic trends and stuff really fascinates me. Like
Hmm.
just how stuff works like that. It's really cool to see. But also I feel really bad sometimes because like there are some people that I feel like should have a much bigger following and have better work, but that's usually not the determining factor always, is what sucks about it.
Yeah, but I at least did notice a rise in Flipnote related content being pushed out as soon as I saw the first Gamble Core come out. I mean, I was among the audience who discovered you first through Gamble Core, which I assume is like 99% of people, to be
Hmm.
fair. But I
Yeah.
mean, that was the first thing I saw from you, and to be fair, it was really funny when I first saw it. And now it's not funny at all. No, I'm not kidding. But like it caused me to like go through your channel and watch all of your other videos, and I was fascinated that it was all in Flipnote, and I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, they're
Um,
doing it. White boy's doing it.
yeah, I was doing it. I think a part of it is the nostalgic feel that Flipnote has. I think a lot of people who had DSIs had, oh boy, there's phantoms again. I'm going inside. I think a lot of people who had DSI had Flipnote because it was free on as soon as you had an internet connection, it was free. So I think a lot of people had it. As as for how many people actually used it, that's a different number entirely. But people definitely used it and saw what people were posting online, and then seeing that again after so many years was probably pretty nostalgic. I think that might
Yeah,
have
I
something
would
to
agree.
do with why it became so successful, is because it was like it reminded people of something.
It's really hard not to become numb to like the same types of comments I do, but there are like daily like dozens of people that say like you inspired me to like get a DSI and animate with Flipnote, and I hope that
That's
like
crazy.
I'm sure down the year down the road in the same way like growing up watching YouTube, there's so many people that inspired me. It's just a cyclical trend that continues with like, each generation. It's really hard for me to accept that like I've been the source of inspiration for a lot of like kids out there that are starting animation, but like that's so real, dude. Like go for it. Like animate away, dude.
Yeah.
If I could cause some kind of small change that puts somebody in a better creative position in their life, then that's crazy.
God, I think you would have loved being on Flipnote Hatena before it shut down.
I would have. I wish I could like run the clock back and just see what it was like.
Yeah.
I do. The only memory I have of Flipnote Hatena is my neighbor showing me Flipnotes that they had downloaded off of Flipnote Hatena, but I never got to
Wow.
see it in its prime. It's so sad, isn't it? It's like you'd think with
Yeah.
me, I feel like I've infiltrated a scene like stealthily. It's like, oh yeah, I've never actually been active on Hatena when it was live, but doesn't matter at this point.
I think it kind of surprised me when I had you on Dojo Cast. I guess I kind of expected anyone who got popular off of Flipnote to have deep roots in the software already in the community. But you didn't. I mean, Zane definitely did. But
I knew of it. I would constantly see like references to it or remember about it every once in a while. So I think it was only a matter of time before I just like picked it up again.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's like the craziest difference is that like me and Zane both have different art styles, and he's clearly got the like experience difference there of like having years and years of time on Flipnote, but that like it ultimately like the outcome has been the same for both of us. Like we found success as animators, but like he's like a genuinely like he has like a lot of stuff obeying like the rules of animation and stuff, and his character designs on
mhm.
point, and then I can just go and do like Stickman, and it's still
Yeah.
finds itself an audience. Is really cool to me.
I think that's a beautiful thing about this style of Flipnote. It could just make anything work in a way.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
I love how simple. It's got to be like the low resolution as well. You only have so many pixels to work with.
Yeah, I love that too. It's like
It's like
for
so
such a
easy and so
creatively
complicated.
limiting for such a limiting software. There's like so much stuff to work around, so much jank, but yet it's like
Oh yeah.
genuinely brings me joy still to like. I had a bit of a almost like really close to burnout phase like in the last month of my daily animation, so I'm really glad I stopped because
Oh
I
yeah.
never want to have like a negative association with Flipnote stuff because I do really enjoy. I don't think anyone could do daily uploads for a year if their heart wasn't in it. That'd be like an incredibly hard task to do if I wasn't, you know, speaking from a place of like just true creative input. Like I want to do
Hmm.
this just because I want to.
For sure.
That was still
I think
killer, man. I still can't believe that I was able to, to do the
yeah,
daily
an
uploads
entire
like
year.
that
Yeah. No,
for an
ever. I
entire
mean,
year.
I've known several people who have tried it. Few people have succeeded, and the people who have succeeded are always like, "I'm never doing that again." But like
Yeah, I
you can
mean,
tell they
I
really
do a
wanted to
short
do it.
sprint of them daily again once I get enough in the backlog, but never
Hmm.
for another year, dude. That wasn't really the point was to do them for a year, but like I just set myself a goal and then accomplished it was kind of the point.
Yeah. Did you ever see Teleporte's? Uh, I guess daily series.
Hmm. Which I didn't really think about that until a couple months in, but I guess indirectly, he was an inspiration, and I have talked to him in the dojo, Hume's dojo server a couple times. We played Tetris a couple times,
Hell yeah.
but
Nah, he's chill.
yeah, that was really cool to see. Um, I mean, I'm definitely not. I acknowledge I'm far from the first person to do a year of daily animations, but it's a really good practice for animation. Even if it's like you're just doing like a quick sketch every day that takes like 10 minutes, it's still just the habit of like, building the training of just like getting up every day and like doing it right when you wake up,
Yeah.
no matter what.
God, I mean, I don't think I could ever do that. I don't think I would have the time. I care way too much about how my
I
animations
was
look
I was
now.
also in a very specific time in my life, like right out of college, and in my first, like I just moved out to my first apartment like a month before doing Flipnote stuff, and then I had a full-time job, but I did also have the time to, either like on my lunch. I do a lot of them on my lunch break. I would literally be animating like while I had food beside me, and like after I'd record the audio, I'd just be like eating a sandwich. Um, so it was definitely a
Yeah.
very specific time. I'm gonna be real. I probably should have gotten in trouble at work for how much I was animating, especially when YouTube started taking off. I just kind of stopped caring about my job, which is probably not what I should have done. Like I was still doing the work, but it was almost like I was doing the bare minimum and my heart wasn't in it anymore because I was like, "Oh, this is my dream job that like is taking off right before me. Like of course I'd want to put more time towards it, but
Yeah.
sometimes I do wish I would have held out just a little longer and just kind of waited a little bit before going full time on YouTube. But I'm still
Mm.
ultimately glad I made the decision. I just never like people to hear me say that story and think, as like a 12-year-old child, that means they should drop out of school. Like that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I know. Terrible idea.
I'm really glad, dude. I don't know what I would have done if I was in college and trying to do YouTube at the same time. That would have been really hard.
I feel like it would have been creatively draining, honestly.
Yeah. It's like I got to
For most
study for
people, it would be.
exams, but also I got to get this Flipnote compilation edited. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Oh man, I feel like a lot of people like if you I think there's a lot of YouTubers who go through college, or they start college at least, and then their YouTube stuff starts to take off, and then it gets to a point where they have to decide if they should do YouTube or school, because there comes to a point where you can't put enough time into both of them. You kind of have to pick. Um, like I would have picked YouTube any day, but I didn't hit the same luck.
Yeah,
It's person to person. You know what's best for yourself, and hope you all
yeah.
make the
I
best
think if it
decisions.
were actually like thinking about it, I don't remember my last semester of college being like entirely like super hard. It's actually the opposite. Like my first semester at the college I graduated from, I had switched around from a couple colleges, just not knowing what I wanted to do. And then it finally clicked. But that first semester, I was doing like world history and all these other like, gen ed classes. But there were some hard ones in there, dude. Like my Yeah, my world history teacher in college was rough with grading papers. And I
Mm.
remember having an exam where I had to make a study guide, and I literally pulled an all-nighter studying it. I like made it the afternoon right when I got off of classes at like 3 p.m. and I studied that thing front to back from like 4 p.m. to 2 in the morning. And then I got a 96 on the exam, and I was like one of the highest scoring people in the class.
Oh
And
wow.
that's been one of the few times I've actually put like I feel like I always hold myself back a little bit between like being genuine and in studying and just not playing video games, but I locked in for that. It was but that being said, I think I probably aside from those moments and like paper writing, I probably could have gotten it done, but it would have been just really draining. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I was in school, I think high school, I started to care a lot less about my grades, and I just did kind of the bare minimum. I think I just tried to get C's, and if I got a D, my parents were unhappy, but I just didn't care, because
Yeah.
that's when I started to go all into like the animation. And I cared way more about that than anything else. And then I went to college for precision machining with CNC
Hmm.
machines and milling and metals. And I
Fun.
hated it. I really hated it.
Oh, I bet. That sounds awful.
Yeah. I only went to it because my parents told me that I was good with my hands and that it would be a natural progression for me in a financially stable job, which, yes, they're right. But I also would have been so depressed. So
Oh
I mean,
yeah. You're talking to a computer science dropout here. Like I would have been miserable if I continued down that path.
yeah, I, I did end up graduating and getting associates in many kinds of machining. But as soon as I
There you
graduated,
go.
I didn't use any of it, and I still never intended. I don't even know where those degrees are.
Where
They're
they at?
somewhere. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I even threw them out because I just don't care.
I still
Um,
have my degree and I'm very proud of it because it was in I ended up graduating for like media and communication stuff. Which is like adjacent at least. So
yeah,
you know, I feel like it takes you going through all of your college education before you realize, oh, there's like people that go to college and then just have something completely out of
yeah,
left field that they end up doing.
yeah, like
Or like,
me.
engineers becoming artists. Or I feel like there's a bit about engineers becoming YouTubers because that's what PewDiePie and Markiplier and I think Jacksepticeye were like the big three at the time were like all from like
Wow.
an engineering background
I knew
in
Markiplier. I
college.
didn't know about the others.
Yeah, I think PewDiePie
But
was
yeah.
doing engineering
Huh.
or like English or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what he was doing. I was never too big. I never followed him too closely.
I had a weird relationship watching PewDiePie as a kid where I would tune in and then not watch for a couple years and then tune back in. I remember when I really got there was like this big shift in his content where he stopped being like the silly like funny face guy in like probably 2015 and I found him at that point where he had like the funny gaming compilations and then watched him again in like 2017 when he was doing like the just talking to the camera videos which became kind of his main thing but
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, it's really interesting to see. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I had a really weird relationship with watching some YouTuber stuff. Like it'd be a very like I'd watch him super hard and then stop for like a couple years. I
Yeah.
remember picking PewDiePie back up in 2019 when he started Minecraft. That was like a big thing.
Oh yeah. No, I was watching him during that era
Hmm.
for sure. No, it was huge. He really contributed to the revival of Minecraft.
The Minecraft resurgence of 2019 is definitely a very fond time.
Yeah.
And I
It
do
is
wonder
something to
like
be
it's
studied, man. Like it was
it's a
so
really
absurd.
weird phenomenon because you think like Minecraft was really popular from like 2013 to 2015, and then 2016 to 18 was its dead phase, and then
Yeah.
2019 saw a big resurgence. And I wonder if it's gonna be this. I feel like the resurgence of a game would be faster than like the resurgence of a whole like say music genre or something. But like, when are we gonna see the next big Minecraft resurgence? I don't.
I
It could
mean,
be now because people like Tyler One have just started playing Minecraft hardcore. Like he's never played Minecraft before, and he's getting into it.
I feel like there was like I'd say maybe a drought of Minecraft content around the time that Fortnite started to become popular, and that was the game that people were saying like replaced it. And then it had a resurgence because of several factors like PewDiePie, SMP Live, and COVID eventually as well. All had multiple factors, but I think since then it hasn't really died out again. I think it's maintained its relevancy this entire time.
You could
It's
probably
definitely
look at
had
Google
moments.
Trends and stuff for like,
Oh yeah,
specific data on like
probably.
how much people have searched for it. I was talking to my dad about Minecraft the other day, and I've convinced him like, dude, it might be a game. Like, my dad hasn't played games for like 15, 20 years probably. But I'm like, if you got back into it, this would probably be a pretty chill sandbox game to have on like your laptop.
Oh yeah, for sure. I still think it's a fantastic game.
I
I
found
think
I found
it's
this
kind of timeless in a
channel.
way.
I found this channel I feel like I should share, and it's this old like 75-year-old woman playing Minecraft, and it like, is really well edited. Like I think her grandson may have set it up for her because like it's in 60 FPS. It's got like almost like zoomer editing to it a little bit, like fast jump cuts and stuff. So clearly they're like somebody she knows is editing it. But I don't think it's like a staged thing. Like the message at the bottom of all the videos say that it's to raise money for her son's cancer treatment. So if that's true, then
Aw,
that's kind of wholesome.
that's
But
sick.
she actually like kind of knows how to play the game, which is crazy. Because she said she picked up the game like 4 months ago. And anyway, I don't want to tell the whole story, but I gotta send you a link to that because it's just one of those refreshing things. It's like, huh, there still are like just unusual cases of like people picking up Minecraft.
Dude, I've
It's
noticed
really
a
awesome.
resurgence in people just posting wholesome content, making wholesome videos. Like there's this huge era I feel where it's just, I mean, it's still present, but where people are just so negative online and they're posting a bunch of shit like the video essays about the rise and fall of certain YouTubers. I hate those videos so much,
Yeah.
but I feel like I've started to
Sunny
see.
V2.
Yeah, oh my god, I don't hate the person behind it. I just hate the content that they produce and how they
I
try
don't know.
to
I hate his
game.
voice, so speak for yourself.
Well, there's
But
people
this
who
wouldn't be the case forever.
yeah. I feel like all he has a blank frame for every one of his videos, and then he just finds a new person and just puts their name in all the blank spaces.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all feel like
But
kind of the same.
people feed off of that stuff, so
They do. It's drama. That's the
Clearly
thing.
working.
Drama is engaging, and like I had a period myself where I was just consuming nothing but that content, and I just
Yeah.
got really fucking depressed. Like it's not fun.
Yeah.
But I've noticed. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I've noticed a lot of more positive channels posting more positive videos. I forget this channel's name, but they did a video where they hitchhiked across the entire USA. And they didn't use any of their money from their channel or anything. They only used money made from the trip. And you would think that that would go horribly. Like they'd meet some terrible people. They like that was one of the most uplifting, positive, and inspiring videos I have ever watched. Like
Yeah.
if you haven't even watched it, I would heavily recommend watching it. It was so fucking cool because I
That
would
sounds like
expect
something
everyone
I'd
to
really
be.
like.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a video where they would figure out how few people trust everyone, and that's one of the things they were trying to prove against, that there are still good people with good hearts out there, and you can find them anywhere. And I was even a little
Yeah.
doubtful, and then I finished the video being like, "Wow, I kind of want to do it
No,
too."
there are. It's just the attitude of how social media has turned everything sour and negative. And
Yeah, yeah, it amplifies the negativity.
turns
even
out when you
it's
go
not there.
outside and stop living in a bubble, it's like actually like fine.
I know it's crazy.
I feel like I've hit in kind of a enlightenment era. Like I consider myself a relatively above, more than average, positive person. Like more than the average person would be, and that's just because like I feel like you have to take a lot of things you read online with a grain of salt. Like not to ignore it. Like world news and stuff is important and what's
Oh,
going
yeah,
on, but I feel
100%.
like a lot of things are easy to be blown out of proportion. Like this is something you need to freak out about when it's not really something that should concern you, or you should look like in such a negative light that people are projecting it as.
100%.
You gotta critically think for yourself. It's hard to do now. People want to try to think for you and get you to like force to view the world a certain way, but
Yeah.
you have the freedom to not do that.
Yeah, this is maybe a cynical way of viewing it, but if someone's ever trying to convince you of something, then they're trying to profit off of it. Always think about that. Like, who's trying to profit off of those decisions?
Yeah.
So always make sure to think for yourself. You could probably take, some lessons from those people. I don't think they're always going to have fully negative things to say. I think there might be some.
Not always.
Definitely not always. No, I think there's a lot of good that people can say, but there's a lot of harm that people can do because they're all trying to profit off of your activity online. It's become a hotbed for... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was trying to find my way to a word, and then I lost it.
I'm rambunctious.
Yeah. Oh man, this is the longest episode so far.
Okay, well we can end it at any point you want.
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it here. I'm just at the point where I'm running around, jumping in circles. I'm not doing a whole
That's
lot.
but the conversation does go hard when you get to a point where you're running in circles.
Absolutely.
Let me come up there and let's get a screenshot together. Then let's save this one for the history books. Then
Yes. Yeah, you should
I made it all the way down to like -40. By the way, I really
God,
locked
you've
in
been in
here.
the mine this whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I've just
really
been, like,
far down.
I've been like picking flowers and killing horses.
Dude, you're just out here and you're looking at the rainbow in the sky. You're like
It's raining. and it's
petting
night.
the random dog that walks by. It's like, I love my wonderful Minecraft life.
Yeah. When you get up here, go ahead and go to sleep. Get rid of the phantoms, and then we'll get a screeny.
True. Get rid of the voices.
Yes, the voices in the head.
I got
Well,
me
thank you
some-
for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. I'm really excited to see you start posting stuff like this. That's just very raw and a real conversation between people. It feels like I'm on the Joe Rogan podcast. It's awesome.
I don't know. I think more people need this
Let me.
sort of stuff.
There we go.
Yeah. Hello. Wait, I gotta make sure
Can I
my
get
feet are in frame. There we go.
Wait, hang on. Let me here. Let me just throw this out.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
make sure my game's windowed. Okay.
There we go. I'll get a little closer to you.
Awesome.
I don't
There we go.
bite. I don't bite.
Oh, okay.
I don't bite. Anyway, thanks for joining.
Yeah, no worries, man.
All right. I don't know. You want to shout anything out? Anything to say? before I end
Raxd Flipnote is my main channel. I also have a channel called Raxd Games that's kind of just less edited stuff, which I'll be posting Minecraft hardcore stuff. If you like the vibe of this, that's probably the best place to go. I prefer having the lesser viewed stuff is what people look at, just because like there's no pressure for me to make it perfect. It's just kind of like more, I feel like, true to
yes.
myself. That's why I love this so much, dude. Like, okay, there is a little bit of
100%.
editing on my second channel, but it's just
Well,
more
mine
me
is very
talking
minor.
to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, thanks for having me on, though,
I
man.
hope more people do this sort of stuff. But yeah, absolutely, anytime. Okay, bye.
Bye.